Uranus retrograde. We are once more into retrogrades and you're going to wonder, oh no, not another retrograde. But believe me when I tell you that whenever retrogrades happen, it's actually a time of cleansing, recouping, readjusting, reconstructing, and that's where your success in life starts. It's basically all about introspection in different parts of our life. Now Uranus retrograde, which is on August 7th, is going to last till January 7th, 2019. So you literally need to expect the unexpected. Uranus takes about 84 years to do a complete revolution around our sun, and thus spending about 7 years each in each zodiac. Uranus moves into the retrograde approximately every year for around 148 days. So that's why it ends and starts going direct on January 7th, 2019. With Uranus, you can simply expect the unexpected. It's like a wild card out of the pack, unpredictable, original, and out of the box. That means you cannot do things run of the mill. You need to start thinking a little differently, a little originally. Uranus can spark revolutions as it has its gaze on more humanitarian, freedom-loving and unconventional pursuits. When Uranus is retro, chaos is often the order of the day, and you can expect the unexpected of an unexpectable planet. Now basically, if you are shy, you may suddenly find yourself the center of attention, or if you are an extrovert, you may suddenly find that you need to become, or you want to become, an introvert because you've got tired of your extrovert days. And the people who are shy would like to come up front, and they would enjoy that attention and inwardly think, well, that wasn't me. But now the things are changing when Uranus goes retrograde. What you may experience is you may find that your personality or behavior is quite altered at this time, as your actions in the world are they directly oppose or what others normally experience or expect of you. And suddenly you may actually get remarks, well, this wasn't you. But it is the inner you that is actually wanting to free and come out in the open. So basically you will see when the Uranus goes retrograde, personality changes are expected. Take this opportunity during Uranus retro to explore inwardly what freedom means to you and what you need to change to acquire this freedom. Actually, if you understand this properly, you'll see the people who are shy want to be free and do things more extrovertly, and people who have seen it, been it, experienced all the freedom would like to enjoy their own space. So for people who enjoy their own space, doesn't mean the freedom is taken away. Actually, you are utilizing that freedom to go inwardly and use things more in your time. This is the time to take a deeper look, a more spiritual look within yourself and attain that freedom. That's what Uranus retrograde can help you doing that. Now what you need to do is your intuition will be very, very heightened when Uranus is retrograde. See, when Uranus is direct, you actually want to manifest the things. But when Uranus is retrograde, your intuition becomes very, very sharp and it is heightened, and this is the self-help psychological assessment of your own self and a really aha moment, like you say, that now I know why things are going wrong. Now I know why I cannot go out because my personality, I'm so shy of taking that step. So now is the time I start taking those steps confidently. And sometimes, why am I so stressed out? Because I'm always in the limelight. So for some personality is, let me step back and let me be in my own space and enjoy my freedom where I actually do what I want to do. Now, as you are approaching the retrograde in August, like before August 7th, you may start feeling these changes. You will be more anxious than normal. You might find yourself that you are thinking too much. You may also think that, suddenly my fearfulness, which I never feared, has started coming in the forefront. So what you are not is what you are going to think about. So anxiousness, fearfulness, or even sometimes feeling stressed out, these are all normal things that happen before the Uranus retrograde happens. Once the Uranus retrograde happens, then you can actually pinpoint and say, well, this is it, what I need to change to achieve my freedom, and life becomes much more happier, much more constructive, and you will see that you are able to do things immediately. What was not akin to your personality earlier actually starts becoming, you become familiar with them, and you start changing your attitude, which actually determines your altitude. One must look forward to the Uranus retrograde, because this is a time where actually you can be free of the nuances of your life. Sometimes they say that in life my pattern, like for example in your relationships, you will see that you are attracting the same kind of people and getting the same kind of experiences. Even during work time, you will see you are coming across the same kind of circumstances from one office to the other. So you cannot change the circumstances around you. You can only change yourself if you want to be free, and if you want to nurture your relationships, or if you don't want to keep having the same repetitive things in your life. So Uranus retrogrades actually reinforces the problem area, and it helps you realize why the problem is going wrong, and you can make the necessary internal changes. So in apostrophe, I would say, make the necessary internal changes within yourselves. Awaken yourself to your true understanding. Awaken yourself to what you want in life, and learn to be more free. Freedom is all about when you feel happy even in doing the smallest thing. Freedom of enjoying your relationship, freedom of enjoying your work, freedom of actually getting away from the set patterns that you are used to it, thinking out of the box, and being strong and completely fearless in changing yourself. Trust me, changes are always better in life. So it basically means breaking free. Taking off those cudgels, breaking off those strings, for what you've been conditioned in. As you grow in life, you actually evolve, and you suddenly realize that what you've been conditioned to necessarily may not be fitting into the plan of today. This is where we call the generation changing. This is where we say that old school of thought needs to be kept aside. You can take the best of the old school of thought, inculcate it into your new school of thought, and start working with your values, with your morals, and what you feel is constructive freedom. During the Uranus retrograde, I would like to give you one-liners so that you can keep it in your mind, because these are the things that are going to happen to you or you may experience. One is, expect things to get very emotional. You will be very emotional, you will feel very intuitive, you will actually start reading through people, and chances are that your intuition can also help you in times of your stress. Because you'll be able to pinpoint why are you getting emotional, why are you getting emotional, for whom are you getting emotional, is it worth it or it's not worth it. So these are the things. So emotions combined with intuitions can actually take you out of stress. Second is, it's a very good time to connect to those who are very close to you and whom you feel close, whom you can actually can call them your confidants. So while Uranus is retrograde, getting close and getting connected to the people whom you dearly love is also, this is the correct time to do so. Then it's a great time to connect with the nature. Very important that you take out time, go for your walks rather than going for your walks with friends, and it's time to step back and do things by yourself. So these are the things that you need to do during retrograde. Then what you need to do is, you need to take out times where you can feel relaxed. And by relaxed means switching off your phones, switching off your other connectivity zones. By relaxing, I would not say, keeping your laptops and computers, everything away. It's like taking a sabbatical from the world and enjoying the inner world that you build. So just sleeping, if you want to sleep sleep a lot. If you want to go out for a walk, you should go out for a walk in the nature. It's something like getting into your passionate hobbies, that which makes you, like for me, golf relaxes me. So I would take out more time during the retrograde to go and play golf, so that I'm with the nature, I'm with my passion, and I'm not using any phones or these other gizmos that actually rattle my brains. It's like breaking away or taking a break from the clutter of the world. This is what you can do. And then what you can do is, you should feel inspired, or you should be self-motivated, that how is it when Uranus goes direct in January, how am I going to manifest all the changes that so it's a process. So you are going through the process of making the changes, so that when Uranus goes retrograde, you actually can manifest the new you. You can feel rejuvenated, feel relaxed, and feel inspired to reach your goals. Perfect time to reconnect with your family. In case you have been far away from your family and have been a little disconnected, now is the time to extend those olive branches with your friends, with your family, with everybody whom you actually like associating with, and reconnecting. And it's a time also to reflect which are the relationships you would like to keep and which are the relationships you would like to move out from. Because your intuition is heightened, it will actually help you walk the correct path. It's very important to question yourself in regards to your relationships. How is your relationship with your parents, with your siblings, with your friends, with your spouses, or with your partners? So once you do, and partners, by partners I mean both the personal and the professional, including your business partner. So this reflection strengthens the bond. And this reflection can also help you get out of frivolous relationships that actually will not last long. So it's very important to take Uranus retrograde a little seriously and a little introspectively. You don't have to fear, you don't have to feel anxious, though you will be undergoing all these, experiencing the feelings of being anxious or being fearful, or thinking God knows what's going to happen. Nothing earth-shattering is going to happen. It's basically taking advantage of your heightened intuition.